Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels with our green colourless Eldrazi ramp deck. So, as we occasionally do on our third episodes, it's time for changes that you guys have suggested. So, there's only one real change. We got rid of the Champion of Ronas, which was the green 4-drop that when you exert it, if I can find it, it's just so many cards. When you exert it, you get to put a creature into play. I just saw it there. And it goes onto the battlefield. That ended up not synergizing very well with the deck. It could cheat an Ulamog in, sure, but everything else you didn't really want to cheat in. So, for example, there's no value in cheating in a Tireless Tracker, a Ronas. Thought Not Seer you could cheat in, which is kind of cool, but you could already cast it, so that's not so great. Verdurous Gearhulk had some value. Reality Smasher couldn't get in if you cheated him in. Walker of the Wastes, yet again, same thing. Just stuff like that. You missed out on the cast triggers of a lot of creatures as well. So we've decided to go with a copy of Endbringer again instead for funsies, which is a great enough suggestion for changing a card in my books. So Endbringer's coming in. It is a 6-mana 5/5 that untaps on each other player's untap step. So it has kind of vigilance, pseudo vigilance. You can tap it to deal 1 damage to a target creature or player, so it can do 2 damage per turn cycle if it can't attack in. You can also pay a colorless and tap it to make a creature unable to attack or block, so you can lock down creatures quite a lot as well. And you can also pay 2 to draw a card as well, so it's nice card advantage. Pretty sweet stuff in this deck. Alright, without further ado though, let's get into the games. See you there. Okay, we're in, and a 3-lander with a Nissa, a Pulse if she dies, leading up to Reality Smasher and Nissa's Renewal. We're on the draw as well, so we could draw into some ramp. I like this hand. Let's go. Being on the draw really sells it for me. Evolving Wilds for our opponent. Okay. And we draw ramp. Good, 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 good. Less inclined to throw Nissa out there now then, since she can just eat removal. Then again, that would enable our Pulse of Marassa, so it's maybe not all bad. Her opponent leading off with a Plains into a Plains. The Selfless Spirit. Cracking an Evolving Wilds for a land you already had in hand. Must mean he has another colour of land in hand at least, so he's got 4 permanents, or 4 non-land permanents. Likely. Or he's using Evolving Wilds for deck thinning, which is an odd decision. Okay, let's see what he's got. Yeah, there's his green mana. Green-white. Is this maybe humans? This feels like it's supposed to be an aggressive deck, and green-white humans can be pretty aggressive. Hanway Militia Captain, okay. We get more ramp, so we could put a blocker down, or we could go on Nissa's Pilgrimage. I think we are just going to go on a Pilgrimage. Put a Forest into play, Forest into hand. Pass the turn, we're on 5 mana next turn, so we could swing in with a Reality Smasher. Or we could ramp a bit more. All options we have available to us. Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, this is an aggro humans deck. Taking 5. Where's our Uvenwald Hydra when you need it? For super blocking. Well, we can always Reality Smash. Ooh, Woodland Bellower. It's not too bad. Reality Smash and just hold back. Stop him from swinging in. Because honestly, he can get out of hand if we allow him to keep swinging at us. We can't race that. So any human he plays pumps up the Lieutenant. If he's got another one, then that's a serious amount of damage that we're taking. We're already taking more than our Reality Smasher would give from attacking, so... Declaration in Stone. He's going to have to discard a card, though. Granny Hunter is making choices. Oh dear. Hopefully not on which granny to hunt. Discards. Renegade Rallier. Okay. And swings. We do have a fair bit of life gain in our hands, so it's not all bad. I just wish this deck had capability of running board wipes, really. Unfortunately, there's no All His Dusts in the format. Alright, well, we can go Nissa. Grab a forest. Play the forest. Then we can go Sylvan Advocate as a 4/5. And he needs answers for it again, otherwise he's just swinging in the air for 2, which we can keep up with because we've got the Pulsar Marassa and the Nissa's Renewal. Either one of those for next turn. Always watching. Okay. Probably just getting in for 3. Yep. Okay. Down to 4. So, we could swing with the Sylvan Advocate. He double blocks, we trade off a creature. Like, he could double block, sack Selfless Spirit, which would be good for us. Then we pulse it back, replay it, and go up 6, up to 10 life. Yeah, sure, why not? It's Vigilance anyway, so we might as well attack and see what happens. He's going to take it. If he takes it, then maybe we go wide on board. Nah, because if he ever pumps up the Selfless Spirit, we just lose. So we have to go with a play that gains us life. And Pulsar Marassa gives him back a land right now, so it's just going to have to be Nissa's Renewal. We'll go with Wastes. It's going to flip our Nissa. But we can tick up Nissa. We can use her as a buffer for our life. When she dies, we can pulse her back. We get another land. So he might redirect some of his points at her instead, which will enable our pulse. We should have also maybe thought about Reclamation Saging the Always Watching as well. Bring his creatures back down to Earth. Well, there's no flavor text on Always Watching. Declaration in Stone numero 2. Hitting us for 5, hitting Nissa for 4. Sure. We got Spell Mastery online now? We do. Down to 6 though. So 6, 9, Sylvan Advocate for the rest of it. It's 3 bodies on board. We get rid of the Always Watching. It's actually 4 bodies on board. Pretty big bodies as well. Yeah, I like that idea. So, Woodland Bellower. He's got rid of what I'm assuming is his premium removal spells. We're going to get Tiles Tracker. We can now play our land and get a clue. And I think we either Reclamation Sage to take out his Always Watching, or we hold back for Pulsar Marassa to get back Nissa. We could do Nissa play next turn. It's whether or not I think I'm going to die in the air. He needs to make up 4 points in the air or 4 points through us in order to kill us. I think I'll Advocate and I'll just pulse back Nissa. I'm pretty sure it's just not worth the effort of... not worth the risk of losing. Just to take out an Always Watching, because he's only hitting us for an extra 1 point on board right now. So I'm happy to take this 3. Might even get a pump spell out of him, maybe. No. Okay. And he passes, so we get back our Nissa. We gain 6 life up to 9. Reality Smasher. Nice. I think we'll go Nissa first, because she's going to give us a little bit of information. She also makes sure we hit our land drops. So grab a forest. Play the forest. Flip Nissa. Take up Nissa. Revealing Explosive Vegetation. Not the most useful thing we've ever seen. Reclamation Sage, take out Always Watching. Yes. And I think we'll crack a clue. Probably shouldn't have tapped like that, actually. But it doesn't end up mattering. Okay, so now we can take out one of his creatures. The Flyer seems like the obvious choice in this scenario. So, Nature's Way, let's go 6-5, fight the 2-1. Sacks in response. Sure. We still get the Trample and Vigilance because the first target was our creature and then it deals damage, so we still get to swing through if we want to. And we do. So 6-5 and a 4-5 coming through. We've got a clue left ready to crack. I didn't want him to double block the Tireless Tracker, so... Ooh, Champion of Heron's Grace. Okay. Pumps up the squad. He's going to be able to trade off some stuff here. Or we lose some stuff. Sure. Doesn't matter how we block, we lose our Bellower. And pass the turn. He's on 2 cards though. We've got a Reality Smasher to come on through. We've got plenty of blockers back. A Tireless Tracker for card advantage. A lot of it at that, because we're going to be able to make a lot of clues if he sticks around. If we're not forced to block. Renegade Rallier with no Revolt. Gives a counter. Let's see how he attacks. He doesn't. That is great for us. We're going to crack a clue. Go up to a 5-4. And draw Blossoming Defense. That's awesome. Alright, information first. Tick up Nissa, because we could find a Rogue's Passage. Nissa's Renewal. Also awesome. That's life gain. Life gain is great. Okay, well, Forest. Get a clue. I think we need to leave this Blossoming Defense up, because I think if he's ever going to win by getting through points of damage to us, it's going to be by combat shenanigans. So either the Pump or the Hexproof is going to be relevant. I guess we go Renewal, leaving the colourless for the Reality Smasher. Let's get 2 colourless and a Forest, 3 clues. Up to 16. And then Reality Smasher. Question is, do we swing on in? So if he double blocks our Sylvan Advocate with Blossoming Defense, so he'd have to triple block in order to kill it, but he'd lose 2 creatures. Sure. We'll swing. He's going to take it, which is good for us. Pass the turn. Does flip over his nasty lady. She's going to be able to produce some nasty men. Ooh, Selfless Spirit. That's not ideal. Let's see how he swings. He does not. Okay, well, we crack a clue then. He gets to make a 1/1. Green Warden. Green Warden gets us Nature's Way, so we can fight the cult leader. Other Woodland Bellower just gets us another Tireless Tracker, so I think the Nature's Way... he's got the... he's got the Selfless Spirit though. Alright, let's tick up Nissa. Kozilek. That's a beautiful looking card. We're a bit full on cards right now though. So that side of it's not really useful to us. So, how do we do this? Pulse doesn't get us anything. Nissa's Renewal gets us 3 lands and a lot of life, which is nice. Pulse of Maratha... No, Nissa's Pilgrimage, sorry. Doesn't really do a great deal. I guess we go Green Warden. Get back the Renewal. The fighting just doesn't seem like it was going to do a great deal. We can just Kozilek though, when we've got a lot of stuff on board. That's Nissa's Renewal. Thin our deck. I think thinning's going to be really good here. If we can't really do a great deal of stuff, then making our deck empty of lands is certainly going to help. Let's go to Nissa's Pilgrimage, pull 3 forests. No, we've only got 2 left. Make our land drop. We've got so many clues. Alright, what do you ultimate at? 7. I'm gonna skip attack. I don't think we can keep Nissa from getting hit by the Selfless Spirit. I was thinking of maybe swinging in to force him to sack to go indestructible. But he's got this 8/8 right now, and that right there on its own is probably enough for him to not care about cracking the spirit. So I'm hoping we draw into Endbringer soon, because Endbringer can just start pinging off his creatures. Like, target his Selfless Spirit, force him to sack it, untaps, target his 1/1s that he's creating. So, Selfless Spirit probably getting in at Nissa. Yep. No. Going for us, that is an interesting decision. Okay. Is this pump spell then? Or is it future board wipe? I'm not even sure at this point. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go... That's enough to kill it. We'll block like this, which will allow us to get a card. See if he goes for a pump spell. Just gonna sack. Okay. We save ours. Interesting. Rogue's Passage. Okay, right, so... Rogue's Passage allows us to start swinging unblockable stuff through him, so we can get around all of the crap that he's set up here. Tick up, go for a Nature's Way. Let's go... Kozilek, the Great Distortion. Yeah, that looks about right. Draw up to 7 cards. Hey, Ulamog. How's it going, buddy? Oh, we can cast Ulamog on as well. I was just thinking of fighting the 8/8. Yeah, I think Ulamog get the Lieutenant and the Evil Lady. I think that's pretty much just game on its own, right? I suppose we could Thought Not Seer, take his card, Nature's Way, fight his 8/8. That's 6. We got 9, 10, 11, 12. So we could even play the Hydra after that. Sure. Let's see what your last card is. It's an Ajani. That's a good card to take. Nature's Way. Kozilek fights your 8/8. And let's go Uvenwald Hydra so we can get another Rogue's Passage and swing for lethal next turn. Boop. Alright, so he needs to top deck an answer right here. We can swing with Vigilant stuff. Might as well. Double block if you want. Chump block if you want. Makes no difference to me. Okay. So we just have to not take 16 here. And I think it's really difficult for that to happen. Oh, we could have countered that actually. That was my bad. I don't use Kozilek enough. It's probably just going to Alpha Strike because he knows he's dead. What a close game. I don't know why he's weighing up here. You should see this and know that he doesn't stand a chance. He's got no cards in hand, so I'm not afraid to block anything that he throws at me. Because nothing can do anything spectacular right now. At all. Yeah, here we go. Alpha Strike, hoping I don't block. So, block, 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 and block. Take no damage, wipe his entire board, other than a 2/3. He goes up to 18, sure, but we go... Make a 23-23 unblockable. We could either make a 12-12 unblockable, but that's just BMing at this point. And we swing for 23. GG. Eldrazi Ramp beating out a pretty decent deck. Quite an aggressive one at that as well. Very nice. Alright, well, let's go for another game then, I guess. Okay, we're in, and this looks like a very expensive hand that only does one thing, so we are going to throw it back. We've got a 3-lander with a little bit of ramp-ish, and some 3-drops, so I'm going to keep this one. Right, let's start playing out forests, and passing the turn. Our opponent playing the most fantastic deck sleeves in the world. The Harmless Offering sleeves. Gonna go with a Expedition Envoy, so this is White Weenie. Well, we beat an aggro deck before, can we do it again? There's a great start towards saying yes to that answer. Sylvan Advocate. That's a 2-3 that blocks most of his stuff. If you can pump up his creatures, of course, then not actually the case. We'll end up trading if he's got a Thalia's Lieutenant. It's a Sram. Ooh. Ooh, we're getting spicy. Okay. Equipment or Aura Focus then in his deck. Let's go with... What do we go with here? Probably Ronas, I guess. Sure, why not? Next turn, Tireless Tracker plus a land. And I'm not swinging. See, he's probably an aggro deck, so I'm just gonna prevent his aggression. Bygone Bishop. And I'm just gonna take my sweet time getting up to where my deck's supposed to be. Walker of the Wastes. Okay, so we want to go Tireless Tracker. Because I'm essentially, next turn we get to crack the clue that Tireless Tracker makes, which makes him a 4-3, which means Ronas can attack him for 5 every single turn without fail. Indestructible Death Touch is quite the combination of tags. Heart of Kiran draws a card. So it means a 4-turn clock unless he trades every turn, which is it's pretty sweet for us. If we draw a land as well, we can crack that clue, play Nissa. Oh, actually, we can play Nissa, play the land, crack the clue. So we can do that. So we're adding to the board while also setting up our threats. And there's the land anyway. Okay, well, Nissa. Got plenty of ways to get her back if she ends up dying. Say yes, grab a forest, play a forest, get a clue, crack a clue, make a 4-3, and Rogue's Passage. Well, we are 1 land off of Sylvan Advocate being able to attack in, so I think I will save the attack for now, because he could just double block and we just 1-for-1 him. But if we play a land, we get a 4-5, which will enable Ronas, and then we don't have to risk Tireless Tracker being our only creature that allows Ronas to do his thing. So take a quarter of his life. Pass the turn. Now blockers are big enough on the backswing to stop most of his stuff. Just gonna crack the clue off the bat. Okay, does he have a land drop? Might not. He's going straight to combat. And passes. Ooh, that's going to really hurt for him. Another Rogue's Passage for us. So now we've got a 4-5. And a 5-4 probably. I could swing with all 3 and then Green Warden back Tireless Tracker. Gives me a target for it at least. And gets him to what's his best block against the Tireless Tracker? If I'm swinging him with these guys. He's had enough. So let's just go to combat. So we're swinging in. Do we get in with the 4-3? Just blocks. What, 2 envoys? It's not great. Yeah, let's just swing in like this. I'm getting in the heart of Kieran. Okay. Now does he block? Double blocks the Advocate. Okay, we are going to take out the Bygone Bishop, because if he doesn't have creatures, then his Heart of Kieran doesn't do a great deal. Lose our Advocate, sure, but we get it right on back with the Green Warden if we want it. I'm going to go with the Walker of the Waste, though, I think. 5/5 Trampler on this board just seems a lot better. Gideon of the Trials. Ugh. Okay, so we're going to have some interesting attacks here, because he's going to make our Ronas not be able to do damage, I would guess. We could, of course, just Rogue's Passage and take some out, so he's just going to Emblem his Gideon. No attacks from our opponent, almost certainly. Let's not forget as well that Heart of Kieran can remove a loyalty counter from Gideon to block as well. So he does technically have 4 blockers. No, he doesn't. Because AI things. Swinging in for 4. It was a good job you did, because otherwise your horrendous mistake would be even worse. Okay. Nissa's Renewal is actually pretty good. This Nissa's Renewal is a +3/+3 on Walker of the Wastes. 1, 2, 3. And a ton of life, and a flip on the Nissa, which wasn't getting in for a combat. We get to +1, so maybe another Wastes. An Endbringer. Okay, that will certainly bring his end. Play our Forest. And swing and swing. 4, 5, 6. Didn't quite take out Gideon if he does block. Oh no, because he has to take a counter off in order to do it. So yeah, it would have done. Okay. Infinite life off the table now for our opponent. A cast out. Where's the cast out going? Probably our 8/8. Yeah. Okay. We've still got a 2-turn clock on him though, because we've got our Rogue's Passage and Ronas. And he seems set on going very aggressive right now, which is very odd. You can take out our Nissa. Sure. Green Warden can get her back. There's really, like, no love lost from that particular move. I'm perfectly happy with that happening. Because now we go Green Warden. Grab Nissa. Yes, Nissa. Grab a Forest. Play the Forest. Get a clue, flip Nissa. Take up Nissa. Get a Blossoming Defense. Okay. And swing for 9. Oh, no. Swing for lethal. Could have caught that immediately. Alright. Fair enough. That's pretty good. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I do hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, then be sure to like and subscribe. It's a great way to support out the channel. and it lets me know you're still enjoying the series. If you want to see more from this deck as well, I do offer on Patreon for $1 a month access to every single Magic Duels video that I've ever made. There's a 4th video for a lot of them anyway, since I started Patreon, that is. So that's a good way to support the channel, if that is something that you are interested in. And other than that, if you hit that little bell icon, you'll get notifications when I release new videos. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.